Before you continue, please don't skip this video. Most people know Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam as the missile man of India and the people's president. But very few know how many times he was rejected, ignored, underestimated, and emotionally broken before the world finally recognized him. This is not a success story. This is a story of quiet resilience, unseen pain, and inner discipline. If you've ever been rejected or felt invisible, this story is for you. Dr. Kalam was born in Rameswaram, a small temple town, in a family that was not wealthy. But what many don't know is that Kalam grew up in an environment of spiritual discipline and simplicity, not ambition. His father never pushed him to become great. Instead, he taught him humility, honesty, and service. Kalam didn't dream of missiles or presidency. His earliest fascination was with the sky and birds, not power or fame. As a young boy, Kalam sold newspapers to support his family, but he never spoke about this as struggle. He saw it as responsibility. That mindset shaped his entire life. One of the most painful rejections of Kalam's life came early. He applied to the Indian Air Force to become a pilot. He cleared the written tests. He reached the final interview. He stood among the top candidates. But in the end, he was not selected. This rejection broke him emotionally. He was shattered. He questioned his worth. He felt lost. He even walked aimlessly on the streets of Dehradun, unsure of his future. Very few people know that Kalam described this as one of the lowest points of his life, but that rejection didn't end him. It redirected him. After his Air Force rejection, Kalam met a monk named Swami Sivananda. Kalam expected consolation. Instead, the monk told him something unexpected. Desire, when it flows into action, becomes destiny. That moment shifted Kalam's mindset. He realized rejection was not a punishment, it was realignment. He returned with clarity, not bitterness. This incident is rarely spoken about, yet it shaped his emotional resilience forever. When Kalam joined ISRO, he worked on India's first satellite launch vehicle, SLV-3. Years of effort, sleepless nights, and scientific dedication went into the mission. The launch failed. In front of the entire nation, the project collapsed. The media blamed Kalam. The government questioned the team. Kalam took full responsibility publicly, even though the failure was collective. This moment almost ended his scientific career. Here's a lesser-known truth. After the failure, ISRO chairman Satish Dhawan stood between Kalam and the criticism. Dhawan addressed the media and took responsibility himself. When the next launch succeeded, Dhawan stepped aside and let Kalam take the credit. From this, Kalam learned a lifelong lesson in leadership. Take responsibility for failure. Give credit for success. This principle defined him, not just as a scientist, but as a human being. Even as president, Kalam refused political privilege. What many don't know is that he was often ignored by power circles because he refused to play politics. He rejected luxury. He questioned corruption. He avoided alliances. There were moments when his suggestions were dismissed. But he never reacted with ego. He believed moral authority is greater than positional authority. Dr. Kalam never married. Few talk about the loneliness he experienced. He filled that void with books, music, writing, and conversations with students. He once admitted that nights were often silent and heavy. But instead of escaping loneliness, he transformed it into reflection. His strength came from inner discipline, not emotional suppression. Contrary to popular belief, Kalam did not fear failure. His biggest fear was not being useful to society. He believed a life without contribution was incomplete, regardless of status. That's why he continued teaching even after presidency. That's why he died doing what he loved, addressing students. Key lessons from his rejections. Rejection is redirection. Failure is feedback. Humility is strength. Leadership is service. Greatness doesn't shout. It works silently. If Dr. Kalam were alive today, he would tell you this. You don't need privilege to succeed. You don't need approval to move forward. You don't need perfection to begin. You need integrity, effort, and patience. If Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's story inspired you, comment, "Dream big," below. Like this video so more people learn his untold story. Share it with someone who feels rejected right now. And subscribe for more real stories behind great lives. Remember, rejection didn't stop Kalam, it shaped him.